Let's talk about sexual abuse. It's a complex type of abuse with significant implications for the child victim. Often there are no physical signs and behavioral indicators can be subtle or attributed to other things. But sexual abuse is a devastating breach of trust for the child. The adult abuser usually tries to manipulate the child into silence. This is our little secret, with real or implied threats. This type of manipulation is far beyond the child's ability to understand, and this is emotionally confusing for the child and will often create a wide range of emotional responses. Sexual abuse can be defined as any illegal sexual act upon a child. This includes incest, rape, indecent exposure, fondling, child prostitution, child pornography. All of these would be wrong and illegal in the sexual abuse arena. Indicators of child sexual abuse include expressions of age-inappropriate knowledge of sex and sex behaviors, sexually explicit drawings or highly sexualized play, expressions of unexplained fear of a person or a place, avoiding or attempting to avoid a familiar adult, nightmares, sleep interruptions, withdrawal, guilt, it's my fault. They may also indicate shame. They may have serious depression or maybe depression in general, anxiety, mood swings. A child's statement that they're being abused. One of the strongest indicators of sexual abuse is a child's report. And when a child says that he or she has been sexually abused, take the statement serious. Resolve doubt in favor of the child and err on the side of protection. If it's not happening, justice will find that out. How do you respond to the abuse? Abusers often tell children that bad things will happen if they tell others about them. If it's a secret that is not to be shared. Because of this fear, children are much more likely to share information in an indirect way, hoping that you'll figure it out and figure out what they're trying to tell you. Indirect disclosure might sound like this. My babysitter keeps bothering me. Disguised disclosure might sound like this. What would happen if a girl was being touched in a bad way and she told someone about it? Disclosure with strings might be something like, I have a problem, but if I tell you about it, you have to promise not to tell. If a child wants to tell you something, listen to them. Remain calm. Encourage the child to tell you what happened, but don't press them for details beyond that which the child is able or willing to provide. Don't promise you won't tell anyone else. Let the child know that you may need to tell a person that can help them. Remember, you're not responsible to prove that the abuse or neglect has occurred. You must only have a suspicion that a child is being abused or neglected. If you have reason to suspect abuse has occurred, then report the situation to a local child protective service office. And if you're a mandated reporter, you have a legal responsibility to do that report. In your situation, there may be a policy that governs who actually makes a report to Child Protective Services when an abuse is suspected. It is important that you know your reporting policies and procedures. Don't shirk your responsibilities. And please don't overestimate the strength and power of a healthy relationship that's purely good, healthy discipline and training. It's going to take discernment and wisdom on your part. But when you do suspect true abuse because of multiple indicators, you're acting on the part as a true rescuer for a child who may be in serious trouble.